m'entendez? The audio is not working. Great. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Pavi, wait a minute. Sorry. Okay, we can't hear me. Okay. So I've got... oh, it's better now. Okay, can you hear me now? Yes! Bravo! Whoa! Okay. Alors, bonjour à tous. Hello, everybody. Hello to India. And all of these people following me from all over the world. I feel so humble. I mean, every time we have people telling me where they come from in the world, I'm always surprised that I have people watching me throughout the world. And that's really cool. We can hear you loud and clear, Ishan. Bonjour. Your voice is good. And I can talk like that too. Just wanted to say hello to Jackie, who just joined us as a special member. Now, let me tell you very quickly, if you are a special member or member of my website at Learn French with Alexa, you access exclusive lessons. So lessons like this one, but other tons of lessons. And you have, access to live lessons, but the past live lessons. And by the way, and I've got to do that, and in a minute I will teach you something. Please, I am going to put myself small. Please, there is a special offer on the subscription at Learn French with Alexa. So not the YouTube subscription, the subscription at the Learn French with Alexa website. And if you type the code VD20LFWA, then you get 20% off anything. So whether you choose 1 month or 3 months or 1 year subscription, no matter what, you access everything. So I've done that. Please post a video on liaison as well. Ishan, this is a request that I've had a few times, and definitely I will post a video on liaison. This is definitely going to be something I will do. Okay. So, bonjour Amrita, bonjour Orja, bonjour Pavi, bonjour tout le monde, bonjour à Saint-Vincent, la Grenadine, bonjour à tout le monde. Alors, we are going to start, and I'm going to teach you about the difference between qui and que in French, because that comes up all the time. Please, do not answer the questions until I say it's okay, because I want everybody to have a go. I want everybody to think about the answer, to think about everything that I've just told you, and put your answer. Bonjour, Ringma. I'm Alexa, not Alice. I don't know who is Alice. Mohamed, bonjour. Bonjour à tout le monde. Joyeuse Valentine. Oh, Pavi, you're so sweet. Hier, c'est la Saint-Valentin, bien sûr. I'm studying from your channel from past 3 years, and it's very interactive. Yes, I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Ok, on va commencer à tous la différence entre qui et que en français. And where's my pen? Ok, on commence. Now, qui et que are both relative pronouns, okay? Now, it might mean nothing to you, but I'm going to show you their very useful, very usefulness. If I can say that. Why is it that we have relative pronouns, and what are they? Okay, so when you use a relative pronoun, it's when in English you use that or which in a sentence that links two sentences together. But the problem in French is that we have two ways of saying which and that. So my pupils, and a lot of pupils throughout my career, I found it very hard to master when to use qui and when to use que, because they both mean that of which, okay? So what we are going to do is trying to differentiate and play a little game, well, an exercise, if you call that a game. Now, when do you use qui? Okay, so this is qui here. When do you use qui? And by the way, we don't say qui. Now, qui means who in the interrogatives. Like, qui est là? Who is here or there? Okay, but qui can mean that or which in a French sentence. For example, qui is used to link two sentences to avoid repetition. So I'm giving you an example here. Le crayon est sur la table. So far, so good. The pen is on the table. But if we wanted to say that the pen was blue as well, as in the blue pen is on the table, okay? Le crayon est bleu. So I've got two pieces of information. And what you've got to understand is here, where is the main actor of these sentences? Here. Le crayon is the actor of the sentences. Le crayon comes directly with the verb est, okay? Le crayon here again directly with the word est. And this is very important, okay? So now we have these two pieces of information, okay? How do you say the pen that is on the table is blue? Because that's the two information we have. The pen is on the table, but the pen is blue. And we want to put it in one full sentences using a relative pronoun. So here we go. Le crayon qui est sur la table est bleu. And this is how we've used it. So how did we do that? The pen that is on the table is blue. Now, we are not using que here because we cannot, and I'm going to explain to you why. We can only use qui because qui is followed by a verb, okay, and not a subject, because qui represents the subject, in this case, crayon. Can you see that? It is also used to avoid repetition, in this case, le crayon. So we don't want to say le crayon est sur la table, le crayon est bleu. We want to say the pen that is on the table is blue. So we don't want to repeat the subject, okay? And the way we do that is quite simple. We use qui. Le crayon qui est sur la table est bleu. Can you see what we have done here? So what you have to notice is that qui is always followed by a verb. And that's very, very important for the exercise we are going to do. Qui is always followed by a verb. Yes, iki, qui plus verb plus object, okay? Le crayon is not the object of the sentence. Le crayon here is the main subject. They are not two subjects. They are not two objects. They're just it, okay? Bear that in mind because in a minute I'm going to ask you to do the sentences with me. Okay, so when do you use que? Now, que is used when referring to the object of the sentence. In other words, the person of things that something is being done to. For example, je, and I'm going to make it bigger so you can see here. Je mange une pomme. La pomme est verte. Now look at the first sentence. Where is the object of the sentence? The object is une pomme. Okay? That's the object. But you may say, well, no, it's not. Well, yes, it is, because we have a subject. The subject is je, I. I am eating the apple. The apple is not the main actor. The apple is the object of je. Can you see what we mean by object? Okay, so je is the main character in that sentence. I eat an apple, and an apple is the object, okay, of the sentence. But we want to add that the apple is green. And so if we want to avoid the repetition of the apple, then what happens is that la pomme que je mange est verte. So here we have que and not qui, because que represents the object, la pomme. Qui represents the subject, remember? So the apple that I eat is green. So you have to remember that. Que is usually followed by a subject and not a verb, as que represents the object. In our example, the subject is je. I've just said that. And the object we are talking about is pomme. It is also used to avoid repetitions. In this case, la pomme. Okay? So, quite simply, have a look at that. And this sentence again. La pomme is the object. And therefore is going to be followed by que plus the actual subject. Je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle. Or it could be a noun, you know, it could be another word. It could be Tom, it could be Alice, it could be Tavi ou Ambruta, okay? So that's a subject, okay? Now, remember, to summarize, qui is followed by a verb. Que is followed by a subject. Okay. Are we ready to play this little exercise? Yes. Okay. We are good. Please don't answer anything because I want all of you out there to try on your own. Okay. Now fill in the gap with the correct pronom relative, should I say. I'm going to go like this, okay? So fill in the gap with the correct pronom relative. Now you know it's called a pronom relative. Doesn't matter if you don't know what it's called in grammar. As long as you know that it will make your French that bit higher. It will make your French, you know, it's quite simple. In the course, in Learn French with Alexa, it's in lesson 24, which I think is of B1 level. So if you manage that, you manage a little bit of B1 level, and I would be extremely proud of you if you manage that, okay? So, first sentence, première phrase. Are we ready? It's quite simple. I'm going to ask you, do we have que ou qui? Now remember, que is followed by, remember that? Que is followed by a subject. And qui is followed by a verb. Okay? I watched your qui versus que video yesterday. Oh, that's funny! Well, now more revision, okay? And of course I have some lessons on YouTube, but the best lessons are on the course, of course, because I cover this in so much detail. Dont as well, we auquel, duquel, etc. We cover so many complex, you know, pronouns as well. So, first sentence. J'achète, can you see this one here? J'achète des magazines. And then we need a pronom relatif. Je ne lis jamais. So, is it que or qui? Akshay, bonjour madame, I beg you please reply to me, please, man, big fan. Okay, Akshay, I have replied to you. I'm a big fan of Akshay too. Okay. Awesome. Yes, Indigo. B1 is good. B1 is a good level to be. It's that good that you're building up this confidence to have proper conversation. I know you're not there yet, but then being a B1 level, you know, you start, you know, having proper conversation with people. So here we go. J'achète des magazines que je ne lis jamais. Que Michael, Michael is a member of Learn French with Alexander. Michael, you know that we have special live, okay, as well as this one, you know, exclusive live just for you. Okay, que is the solution. So let's have a look at it in more details. I'm going to put que. Okay. And some of you may think, well, why? Why, Alexa, is it que here? Okay. Well, look at what's following. Is it A, a subject, or B, a verb? Well, here I see je. Je is a subject, okay? Which means that we need to refer to que as replacing an object. And the object is des magazines. Okay, so it's directly repeated here. Can you see that? It's directly repeated here. So, j'achète des magazines, I buy magazines. that I never read. So have a look at the negation. Que je ne lis jamais. Okay? So here we go. Que is definitely 100% the right answer. So bravo. Bravo. Wait, Minou, wait. I am Heba and I love what you add in YouTube. Oh, Heba, how lovely. So after que, there is a subject. Amruta? Absolutely. There must be, because que does not reflect the subject. It reflects the object of the question, of the sentence. So, j'achète des magazines. I am buying magazine. I am buying is a subject, but magazine is the object. And because we want to repeat magazine, then we say que. J'achète des magazines. Que. What do I do with these magazines? I never read them. Okay. So, numéro 2. Numéro 2. Tom a mangé la pomme était sur la table. OK. Tom a mangé la pomme était sur la table. OK. So here we go. What is number 2? It is key. Absolutely. It is key. So I'm going to use yellow again because I'm not sure whether that's right. Key. I'm trying to put it as big as possible here. Tom a mangé la pomme qui était sur la table. Now this one is very interesting, okay? Because la pomme becomes the subject. Why? Because we are talking about where this apple is, not where I am eating it, okay? So here the subject is la pomme, and therefore the verb is directly linked to that subject. Okay, so Tom has eaten the apple, which or that was on the table. So here it's key, and it's very obviously key because there is a verb afterwards. And that means that verb relates directly with key, which key relates directly with la pomme. Okay, so key is the correct answer. Now, by the way, well done you guys. It's really good. Mr. Stark, what's the meaning of bisou bisou? It means kiss kiss. Bisou bisou. That means. When we talk of the subject, we use key. After, about the subject, we use key. Amrita. So, when you talk about the subject, you use key, and if the verb follows, and the verb follows right after. Okay. Man, you're so much better than my French teacher. God bless you. We need more people like you. Love from India, actually. I hope your French teacher not watching that, actually. Okay. And I'll send my love to your French teacher. Okay. Okay. Could you explain the usage of qu'est-ce que c'est and qu'est-ce qui? Okay. We have un bureau et au centre de la ville. So, is it que or is it qui? And I'm talking about this one here. Numéro 3. Je travaille dans un bureau. So, I work in a office. Et au centre de la ville. Now, what should it be? Michael, qui? And Jyotsna, Gupta, que. Now, this is where the complication here. Think of what is the subject here, okay? And this is where the problem is going to be here. Now, all you have to look at is what comes next, a subject or a verb. Is the verb, is, okay? So, if it is a verb, then it has to be qui before that. Je travaille dans un bureau qui est au centre de la ville. So instead of saying je travaille dans un bureau, le bureau est au centre de la ville, we put this together to avoid the repetition. Je travaille dans un bureau qui est au centre de la ville. So the subject is qui here, which refers to un bureau. okay, to avoid the repetition. So, je travaille dans un bureau qui est au centre de la ville. And well done for everybody who's written this. Okay, bonjour Abdou Latif, Ali Mohamed. Okay. Bonjour madame, in a week, how many times do you do live class like this? I always follow your channel and it's glad to see you on live tech loves. Okay, loves. Okay, the live lessons, I do them every 2 weeks privately. When I mean privately, it's because people have paid access to my exclusive lives. Okay, so it's either on my website, learnfrench.com, or it's either on YouTube if you become an exclusive member, okay? And you have access to all the past hundreds and hundreds of live lessons as well. So there is lots of material at learnfrench.com. Okay, so here we go. The next one. Oh, by the way, this means I work in an office which that is in the center of town. Okay? So we're good with that. Numéro 4 and number 4. 7 enfants. And then this one is slightly harder, I think. Qui ou que à 5 ans ne peut pas faire de vélo tout seul? Is it qui or is it que? For number 4, numéro 4. Qui ou que? Bonjour Mario from Maryland. Can you tell us about yourself after the lesson? I don't know what you want to know. You know, my life is not as exciting as you may imagine, by the way. So, qui is the right answer? Okay, qui. Here we go. Qui is the right answer. 7 enfants. Qui a 5 ans ne peut pas faire de vélo tout seul. So what's happening is the main actor in all of that is 7 enfants, this child. Okay, so this child who is 5 years old. Now, remember when we give our age, we don't say I am 5. You would say I have 5 years. Okay, so here this child is 5, but we say in French has 5 years. That's the way we give our age, by the way. Okay, so cet enfant qui a 5 ans ne peut pas faire de vélo tout seul. So that child who is 5 years old cannot do bicycle, so cannot ride a bike by himself, tout seul, okay? So well done if you have put qui together as an answer here. Well done. And why is it qui? Well, look at the next word. It's a, which is a verb. It's avoir in the present tense, okay? So if I add a page, a has. A with an accent at, and that's not a verb. So you've got to be able to spot when it is a verb, when it's not. Okay, in this case, a is a verb. It has no accent. He has. Il a. Okay, so therefore it has to be qui, because we know that qui comes just before a verb. Okay, are we clear about that? Okay, then to finish, la robe tu portes est très belle. Okay, is it qui or que? Let's have a look. Do you do any on-campus class in college or university? No, Joy, no, I don't. Oh, Mar. Bonjour, Alexa. It's my first time to watch you live. Yay! Okay, cool. Okay, so here we've got que, but also Heba says qui. So there is still some confusion. Zuber says qui. We have some confusion here as to when to use que and qui. Que, because le sujet est la robe. Actually, le sujet n'est pas la robe. Oh. So la qui is used after verbs, then que is after sujet. Yes, quite simply. Okay, so here we go for this one, la robe, the dress. And we want to say the dress that you are wearing is very pretty. Now, the dress here is not the main actor of the sentence. The main actor is tu, you. Tu portes la robe. La robe est très belle. Okay, so we want to say the dress that you're wearing is very pretty. And so it is que. Why? Because here, la robe is not the subject, but it is the object of the sentence. Tu portes la robe. La robe est belle. Okay, so we want to put this together. Makes sense, does it, Donny? You're too good. Okay. Chandra, I'm 9 years and learned from you, and my name is Mehul. It's not Chandra. Mehul. Chandra is probably your mummy. So, hello, mummy, and hello, Mehul. Bonjour, bonjour. Okay. Mime lives in England, I guess, because Mom has used it in her example many times. Amrita, I do live in England. J'habite en Angleterre. Okay. Okay, so here we go. La robe que tu portes est très belle. Ishan, my all answers are correct. Well done you. And tomorrow is my birthday, so please bless me. Ishan, I'm blessing you. Happy birthday, Ishan, for tomorrow. Okay, so do we understand the difference between que and qui? What you have to understand is that they both mean which or who or that. Okay. And the difference is that one represents a subject and another one represents an object. Okay. So if qui is the subject, it is going to be followed, so subject, by a verb. If que represents an object, it's going to be followed by a subject. Okay, crazy, isn't it? Madame Alexa looks pretty as well. Oh, Anne, it's so charming. Thank you. Bonjour au Pakistan. Bonjour. Binge your lesson. Cécile Leroux, do you really binge my lessons like you binge an episode of, I don't know, Breaking Bad or something? It's hard to imagine. Okay. Okay. So, bonjour Violetta de la Floride, and hello at all my followers in America as well. So, I've got... Sorry. Je tousse. I've got to finish by showing you for the last time that we have a special code. If you type VDay20LFWA, you get everything that is available on the website 20% off. Okay. And I was asked to do that, by the way. So don't blame me. Oh, she's selling a course. Well, yeah, I am, because everything we give you on the channel on YouTube is for free. So we have to make money in order to produce these awesome videos. And the way we do it is not, necessarily through YouTube. It's by selling our course, which is awesome. And here comes Liam entering the room. Bonjour, Liam.
Bonjour.
Okay. Alors, I'm going to put myself big or main like that. Do you have any questions before I go? Because I thought that was... Drink some water. Thank you. I'm just going... Je bois de l'eau. Madam, you can ask your sister about me. I once replied on the video and she replies me back. Amruta, my sister, as in law, Polidoro, who sings. Oh, nice. Michelle Jones. Thank you. Okay, so we've got... I'm going to go and learn French with Alexa and do my lessons now. Oh, thank you, Indigo. Indigo is obviously a member of Learn French with Alexa. So thank you so much for, shouting us out. Bonjour à la Malaisie. If you have any questions, I am happy to answer, and I will, of course, if I can't answer that now, I will look at your comment. Can you tell me how long it takes to have B1? Parvan, B1, I know that if you completely dedicate yourself like every day to French, you could do it in 6 months' time. But we are talking about, a good 10 hours a week by learning and listening. And, there is so much involved into learning the language. But B1 is accessible, very accessible as a level. C1 is harder, much harder. B2 is harder. And by the way, if you are not sure of your level, why don't you check our link on what's the word I'm looking for? Find your level or check your level or check your level. Test de niveau in French. You can, for free, do it on our website and see which level. Are you A1, A2, B1, B2? And then you see where you're at and what you need, in order to achieve what you want. Now, we have a new member, Unknown Gamer. Bonjour, and thank you so much. Now, Unknown Gamer, follow us, of course, follow what's going on, because we are available for you now exclusively since you have become a member. Okay, so, French test. That's it. Liam has sent us the link, that's what I meant, French test. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye here, and hopefully you enjoyed this lesson. Au revoir, à bientôt. Et puis, bisous, bisous. I will read your comments. I've got to go now because I've got other lessons to record. Because I'm busy, just like you. So, bye-bye. Bye.